Hey, what is up, everybody? It's Chance here from Chance and Taylor. I'd like to say welcome to mine and my wonderful fiance and very soon-to-be wife's channel. What the channel is going to be about is, family vlogs in the very near future. I will be uploading song covers, and Taylor herself will probably be doing upload on this channel as well, stuff that she enjoys. We are going to be making this channel very family friendly. I will be doing song covers that might not be the best for kids, so I apologize in advance for any parents that don't want their kids listening to certain songs that have swear words and profanity. I do apologize for that ahead of time, but if you guys do like that, let me know and I'll continue to upload that kind of content. I also will be doing music stuff, such as instructional videos for FL Studios, how to make certain beats in really short amount of time and a short time span, and just really going through everything and really showing the process of how I make my music and how I do what I do. That's a fucking lie, you dumb hooker.
It's good to see you back for another episode in the raxxaverse, my friends. It's crazy to think that we've only been doing this for about 2 weeks, maybe a little over that now, and we're already at part 9. Today, we're going to be looking into the infamous Taylor saga. This one is rather new, and I believe may even have more developing parts here and there, but probably not. But this, again, intertwines heavily with the Eraser arc, so some parts probably won't be here, but if you want to see those parts, you will be able to see them, especially a lot of the thump stuff and whatnot. You'll be able to see that over in the Eraser video. This one is going to be more forward with just what he was doing with Taylor, how that all went, the raging around that, him kind of trying to do his typical goblin ways to get the things that he wants to get out of people, and then throw them away like, oh, lonesome trash. To start this one off, I wanted to jump into the Marty versus Taylor conflict. This was pretty early on into the whole Taylor saga. This was one of the first times she really met with Marty that I understand, and they had some cross words. She was pretty stern, she was pretty strong. Taylor as a character overall seemingly felt like she had the best intentions for Cyraxx. I know she was ultimately probably a troll. I haven't really understood the end yet myself. I'm gonna probably be learning with you guys as I edit the end of this video. Definitely don't quote me on that right now. She might just be a genuine person who somehow got caught up in all this. We could come to learn that, or kind of find that out for ourselves here. But let's actually start getting into all this and see what's gonna go down with Cyraxx and good old Taylor. I guess really the only thing I could add for context, Taylor is Australian. She has 2 kids. I believe they're both boys. She has 2 sons and an alleged ex-husband of sorts that is somewhat in the picture, which is, I believe, alleged to be Thump. The reason why I think this is kind of a troll is because that Thump is definitely a troll, and kind of makes me think that Taylor thing is just kind of a ploy, a part of that. It was kind of weird because, like I said, it seemed like she cared.
I'm trying to deal with them right now. I'm trying to focus.
Can I be heard now, please? Can
Oh
I be
yeah,
heard?
yeah, we heard you.
Ask her fucking slave owner.
Why
Yeah,
can't we just stop this stupid shit? Why does it have to involve my kids?
What do
Why
you
does it have to involve
What do
me?
you want? Let me. I'm trying to focus here.
Marty, shut up and let her speak.
You shut up, idiot.
Why don't you come here and make me, you trash talking little bitch?
Yeah, well, maybe I will.
No, you won't. You know you won't. She had a question, so fucking answer it, dude.
I don't
Why
have a
why
question.
can't y'all stop the stupid shit, huh?
I'm playing a game.
Why do I have to keep being threatened? What have I done? Even if Chance has done stuff, why do I get thrown into it? Have I ever once
don't know
fucked
anything
up
about
at
that.
any of you guys?
I don't know
Have
anything about
I?
that.
You guys
I don't
have
know.
all contacted me, and I've never once ever gone off at you guys. So why can't you just leave me alone?
I don't know anything about
I
it.
don't fucking get it. I don't do anything.
So right out the gate here, we're seeing seeing the action is hot and ready to go. So Taylor is not going to be standing for any of that. She's basically saying, look, if you want to go after Chance, go after him all you want for his dumb shenanigans online. It's kind of well deserved, but leave me out of it. My kids, myself, we don't need to be a part of this. Sounds like Taylor's trying to be what's goody with the trolls here.
I don't care. Why can't you guys just leave me alone and stop threatening me? I don't give a flying about
I
what is
don't
going on
know,
here
I don't
besides
care.
protecting me and my kids.
Don't
For
know.
real, man. Like, for real.
Okay.
Why do you and Marty feel like y'all have to go after her kids, man? Like she said, they ain't done nothing to
No
you.
one's going after her kids.
But they
It's
are.
you.
No,
That's you.
I've had people left, right, and center come after me, find all my socials, find all my shit, abuse me, tell me I'm a terrible mother, tell me that I'm sleeping with my own children. Even I don't fucking get it.
And so,
Well, I don't
let
get that
me ask
either. But I mean,
Let's
you are dating a little monster here. So
Where's the fucking proof? There is nothing that states it. You can trick someone into saying something on the internet, but where is the lawful truth besides you guys spamming the police, spamming his fucking account? Where is the proof?
Exactly.
I mean,
At this point, it definitely looks like Taylor has not been filled in about Chance's background. She seems to be aware that he does have a lot of allegations and trolls and a bunch of videos made about him, but it looks like she's trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because according to some people in life, if the law doesn't say that you're something, it definitely means that you're not. It's not that you just haven't been held accountable for it, or maybe you just haven't been caught yet. Obviously, somebody like Chance, who is labeled as a 43 with his local police department, makes it a little tougher sometimes because unfortunately the closest way this guy's ever gonna get hemmed up and potentially thrown in the jail cell for any real amount of time is gonna be for the threats he makes to people online. But most people are always focused on the PDF sting stuff, which is fine. It's great for outing people and I think it definitely helps in certain cases, but I think if you're really trying to make something happen, maybe look more toward those threats that he'd be throwing around so willy-nilly.
maybe there is.
I've got his actual records is the problem. If there was something there, you wouldn't go on for this long without any authority being put towards it.
Exactly.
Whatever.
And Taylor, question. Have I ever once gone after your kids at all, babe?
Yeah,
No, you
fucking
haven't
jerk off
ever.
to him. He jerks off to your kids. That's a fact.
No, I don't.
No, he doesn't. I don't.
He said he
Why
keeps
are
him
you
busy.
so obsessed with him? Why? Why are you so obsessed with Chance?
I can tell you why, babe. It's because they have nothing fucking better to do, and to them, I'm content, and they don't want me to do any better than what they're doing now. They
So
don't want
like you gotta agree, Chance, that at this point William's
Marty, shut the fuck up.
he's a better father figure.
Marty, unlike you and Taylor, how many times have I sat there and helped you out when it came to this?
No, I can't. When? How? Like how? What? Elaborate.
I don't get why we're supposed to be all grown adults here and we're still
How does
playing
he
childish
help,
games.
how does he help you out with the kids?
Yeah, I'd like to hear that.
Chance.
What do you mean?
Chance says he helps you out.
I've let
I
him
do
watch
it.
the kids before via the phone, but that's about it. I mean, he's serious, you guys. He is in a different country.
So you,
Exactly. So at least I'm still doing something, Marty. Unlike you. Like, come on, Marty. You don't even have your fucking kids, dude. You lost one of your kids to CPS, and the other two you abandoned to fucking do this shit and to be a fucking troll on the internet, dude.
Pardon
And
me.
wait,
I
and
just
wait,
don't get why I have to be a part of this. Like, honestly.
Taylor, no! You messed up, girl. You already messed up. You let this goblin watch your children even through a screen. It doesn't matter if you're in Australia, girl. Do not let that goblin have his eyes on your children. Once he marks them, he will come for them at that first harvest moon of the 3rd year. And I'm telling you, it's coming soon, girl. It's coming close.
you're not. You don't
Where I come from, if you've got a problem with someone, you say to their fucking face and you don't deal with the rest of the
You
people.
don't do anything.
Like, I
to you.
don't get why you have to bring me up and all these people
You
to
don't
fucking
do-
attack me when I have never done one thing to you. Even if I say, like, in the end, I'm wrong here, you don't go attacking someone, you go and give them information, not abuse them, threaten their kids, harm their kids, do shit like that. It's disgusting.
We don't
All right,
do
well,
that.
how about I come out there and take you to dinner?
How about you shut the
Make an
fuck up
apology.
before I fucking stomp a
If Chance is such a
You should
pedophile, why
do
the
that.
fuck are you trying to make shitty attempts of a move, William? Like, it's disgusting.
It really is. It really is pitiful, William. Seriously, bro. Like, William, do you not do anything other than sit here and make videos about me? And like she said, dude, if I don't have a record, I'm not a pedophile. I've never been arrested for this shit. And Marty even can openly admit it to setting me up. Therefore, I am innocent. So y'all can sit on, y'all can shut up that shit. Until I am fucking arrested and I have a goddamn record that I have to
If a serial killer lives 20 years and never gets caught, is he still a serial killer?
Don't you think other people would start arcing up and actually making reports? Like, if he's actually doing that.
I would love to see this.
How many people
That's
get reported for murder than they do sexual assault or
Hey,
pedophilia?
babe, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about all this shit? They're mad because when they made the reports to the cops and I showed them everything that went on, the cops flat out said that I'm not a pedophile. I just need to be more careful of who I talk to.
To be fair, it does seem like Taylor has the most level head in this conversation and is the only one really using any common sense or reason, but at the other flip of the coin, it's very clear that Marty is just trolling and trying to get a reaction out of Cyraxx, so he's gonna be messing with Taylor and acting like he doesn't care and isn't hearing anything, when in reality, I'm sure behind the scenes he's gonna make some moves down the line. But let's see what else good old Cyraxx has to say here.
Look, I'm going to make it really clear, cunts. I don't think I can sit on here for too much longer. This is just brain rotting listening to you.
Yes.
No, you two are disgusting. Leave him the fuck alone. Like, do something better with your life. You're grown men. You're disgusting, mate. I'm done with ya. Later, idiots.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's weird. That's Wilkins.
I'll cut this one here. There's not much more substantial information that we're really gonna grab from this clip, but this next one might be a little familiar. We did cover it in a previous episode that was going over the many misdeeds of good old Goblin Boy here, and this one is going to be when he cheated on Taylor by apparently wanking the little goblin stick he has to a man. From what I've come to gather, he was under the assumption that it was a woman at the time. At least that's what he's alleging here. We do know the goblin does have tendencies to sway to both teams from time to time. So let's see what he has to say about that and how he feels about getting caught for it.
Hello everyone, this is Chance from Chance Taylor. I'm making this video not only as an apology, but as a message to all the people out there that have constantly tried to fuck me over. To all the people out there that have been fake to me just to get a laugh. And Taylor, I'm doing this way to show you in front of the whole world how sorry I am. I'm sorry that I hurt you by jerking off to another dude. Somebody who pretended to be a female and then turned out to be a fucking guy. And I know you're probably thinking, well, why'd you do it? To be honest, it's because I thought you hated me that much. After I honestly thought that we were done. I thought you hated me that much that you didn't want to speak to me again.
You know, it truly is crazy to think that almost every single time Chance has anything on his mind, he has to sit down and record himself or go live or do something in some capacity to let the entire world know, whether it's trolls, whether it's family, just everything in on his business. And him sitting here crying and basically admitted that he smacked his little goblin around to a man and he is just so ashamed of it. It's just like, brother, like, I don't know. I feel like some things could be figured out behind the scenes here, which is why my suspicions that Taylor might be a troll of sorts kind of itching here. It just seems like she might have said, hey, if you don't really prove this to me, and, you know, unfortunately, or actually, I should say fortunately for all of us, the only way Chance knows how to do anything other than figure something out behind the scenes is, let me make a video proving my dedication to my kids, to my fiance, and my future with them.
And I'm sorry for thinking that. And I'm sorry for doing that. I want to be better and I want to fucking do better. For you, for me, and for our sons. And for our friends and our family. And I'm sorry that I let these fakes persuade me to do shit that I knew was wrong, that I didn't want to do.
Okay.
I'm sorry I let them talk me into. And to all y'all fakes out there, why do you feel like you have to do this shit that you do, huh? Constantly going after me, going after Taylor, for what? And why is it that you really hate me? Is it because I'm different? Is that why you guys hate me?
Honestly, I hate to be the guy to really, like, do the low blows and be like, look at his head. But, like, honestly, dude, his head looks so bad in this clip, dude. Like, what is going on? Somebody needs to really help this guy with this bed bug problem. I did hear rumors a while back that apparently there's rats nibbling on his head at night, too, so that can't be good. You guys gotta get out of there. Move this man into a facility.
Well, let me tell you something right now. Every single one of you that's a troll needs to stay the out of my life and stop trying to manipulate me and get into my head. Like I told you, I left the troll community and I want nothing to do with it ever again. I hate the troll community. I want to watch the troll community burn to the ground and never be resurrected. Ever. What you guys do is evil and wrong. Because of you guys, I almost lost a woman that I love. Because of you guys, every day I live with my mistakes.
Not so fast, boys. You thought that this would end that quickly. Good thing for us, Taylor gave our boy Raxx here another shot because we get a little bit more content out of this. This one's not even halfway over, boys. Let's keep going. This next bit is going to be another interview with Marty and Taylor. It's going to show just a bit of the insight, how Taylor found Cyraxx, how they got together in the first place, all that fun stuff, and she goes on to kind of meme on him quite a bit. From what I understand, they were actually still together somewhat at this point. It was one of those many times where Cyraxx will go off and on with a girl. He seems to do this with pretty much every relationship ever. One day he's cool, the next day he's not, but then he realizes, oh no, I might not get my Xbox. So he jumps right back in there. He's got to get that racing rig, guys. He's got to get it.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm alright. How about yourself?
I'm okay. I mean, like I live and die by Stratego, so it's like I don't like being distracted and people trying to like fuck me up. But like, well, that's fine. Like that's perfectly fine. So I guess like first and foremost, like how did you get to know Chance? Like how did you become acclimated with him?
Honestly, I've seen partial of him, and I just wanted to see whether he really was what everyone was accusing him of.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it took you like a little bit of time to realize that.
It was hard at first until I got your insight, I guess, and a few others. But I really did believe at first that he was not what you guys really made him out to be.
After like I twisted your arm a little bit, and you revealed like your correspondence, all of this daddy-daughter little girl shit like was just like, it was really gross. I don't know how that made you feel, but it made me feel queasy kind of like evaluating it.
It definitely is interesting to see that some people do get the wool pulled over their eyes by the goblin with his sleight of hand, making it seem like he's not a PDF or creep. It genuinely saddens me to hear that he actually kind of had some sort of contact with the kids, even if in a small capacity. It is also somewhat endearing to hear that Taylor was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and do her own research to figure out what was going on. But it does worry me just a bit knowing that she is a mother, allegedly anyway, and has children and all that fun jazz, but was willing to potentially date and have a life with a potential PDF. Interesting stuff.
I can't understand how any human being can rub his dick that many times and still think that everyone else is horny.
Yeah, it seemed like he jacks off like 10 times a day.
I'd say a bit more than that, Marty.
Yeah, so towards the tail end, like after, I kind of like twisted your arm and like, yeah, I saw that and had to deal with that myself. Pretty gruesome, like the proof is in the pudding. And yeah, like after your kids start getting, I'm sorry about sending those juice boxes too, it's messed up. First off, I hope he's all right as well. All's fair in love and war. I'm not saying that I love Chance. We are at war. But yeah, I mean, like, from what I could tell, like, you got into it for the right reasons. But ultimately, like, what sickened me when you were trying to tell him that, like, you were sick and not feeling good, not feeling well.
His first instinct was to shove a cock in my face.
Yeah.
Even after telling him that my youngest is quite ill at the moment, he thought it was a bright idea to show his, little fella to the world.
This point is probably one of the lesser problems of Cyraxx, but it's definitely something that seems like very prevalent, especially in his quote-unquote love life. This guy just smacks his wank to anything. I mean, there's a clip to where he's literally in a Sex Addicts Anonymous, online meeting, and he's literally smacking it harder than he ever has before. It's like, brother, I don't understand. This is like some straight delinquent activity. This is what I would think I would see in some 1940s insane asylum. Like, that's what I'm saying. Bring this man to the building. I think he'd do fine. Chance seems to have some weird thing that, like, just because you're quote-unquote in love with someone or dating someone, married to someone, whatever, is that you're constantly, like, horny for them and want to, like, constantly, like, get your jilts off with them. And as somebody who's been in a relationship for the better part of 7 years now, I can tell you that that's sometimes the case, but definitely not all the time, especially if you've ever lived with your significant other. It's like, brother, when you're around somebody 24/7, you don't necessarily have those jitters, and you kind of just have to read the room, to be honest. It's more of one of those things to where it's like, hey, she's sick, she doesn't feel well, let me put my wank in her face, or B, let me try to comfort her, maybe, help her out with some sort of water, maybe give her some sort of, sweet message, or send her some DoorDash or something, dude, anything that a normal person would do.
Yeah, from what I saw, you said that he was just trying to make you feel better and take your mind off of your dying child. Like he's just gonna whip it out.
You think any normal person in this situation would want to be there to support me in what he was claiming to be our kid?
Yeah, he was so in love with your boys.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
He made it very, very clear how much he loved them and wanted to be a part of them.
How do you feel about Cyraxx claiming your sons as his?
It was a little odd at first, but
Yeah.
I thought he had all the, good-willed intentions.
But like when they're sick and puking,
You'd think he'd want to basically book a flight to see me. And then, if something's really gone wrong and he claims them to be the boys, you'd think he'd want to show up.
Sure. Well, I don't know if that can still be arranged. I'd be happy to pay for his flight to head out there if you were receptive to it.
See, Marty's not that bad of a guy. He really should be recruited to be the host of some sort of love connection show, especially for autistic attic goblins. I mean, all he's trying to do is help the Raxx man get his passport, get over to Australia, take care of these kids he seems to be so proud to be a part of. It's definitely unsettling and very weird to see somebody be so excited to claim somebody else's kids as their own, especially before he's ever met them and really had any time to really date or get to know their mother that much, especially not knowing the dynamic between the father or anything like that. For me, common sense, and I know we're talking about Cyraxx here, so common sense should be thrown out the window about 10 miles back, but with common sense I would say, hey, let's feel this out for a few months at the most minimum, maybe get to know the family dynamic, get to know what's going on with the kids' lives, and then maybe we can start, talking about them being my stepkids or, anything like that.
What really, really gets me is the fact that recently he tried to break up with me before this whole shenanigan over the fact that I don't have a job. I thought honestly he'd take up the stepping role and provide for his family.
Yeah, I'll say this, almost all of your correspondence was fairly nauseating, but hearing him say you've got no self-respect, you've got no dignity, why don't you just go and get a fucking job? You work.
It was really disrespecting, honestly, and made me feel like everything I've done to try and believe him has turned into, well, what's the point? I really honestly had high hopes for him.
I would say that's very naive. The guy's done the same shit for 20 plus years, just sitting around jerking off, playing video games, having arbitrary beefs with people on the internet. I don't really know. It's like a father figure exactly, but for him to say you, especially having kids and needing to provide an income for your kids, for him to be we're fucking done. You're a lazy bum who doesn't do shit.
Oh,
yeah.
To get my head out of my ass that
right.
OnlyFans isn't acceptable. At least it's more of an income than what he was trying to offer to provide me. What I've heard, it was mainly trying to support me via Sally. I believe he calls her his mother.
Yeah. That's it's weird. It's just some weird dynamics. I didn't get to see your initial correspondences. Can you tell me anything about that?
The first conversations. Honestly, I didn't think he'd answer at first. And then that led to him finally responding with just a simple hey. And very quickly it turned into borderline flirting with me, I think, in my perspective, and then progressively long hour calls and stuff. Basically trying to get to know me and what I do and if I had kids or not. He's very, very close to the idea of getting to meet my boys and know whose the photo that was on my Facebook was.
So when you said that you had kids, did he perk up a little bit?
Oh, extremely. It was almost like
oh my God.
He went from being sort of dull to, oh wait, you've got kids?
Well, shit, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? This boy really out here giving anybody trouble about not having a job, calling them useless, calling them good for nothing. And this man ain't never worked a day in his life, ain't never earned an honest dollar, and is gonna give anybody any sort of crap about not having a job? Cyraxx, you better calm the hell down before I make my way up to Akron and show you how to really clean some driveways, brother. I'll show you how to paint a house or two, brother. I'll show you how to dig a hole, a real deep hole. I want to see you put it in deep, boy.
Hello, Taylor. This is your ex-boyfriend. And I say ex-boyfriend because I have no interest in coming back to you. I'm sure you're probably upset. You're probably angry. You're probably mad that I changed my password. And that's fine. you can be mad. Because after what I saw in that interview with Marty where you bashed on me, I have no interest in talking to you ever again. I mean, you sit there and you say that you were defending me. No, the fuck you weren't. You were bashing me. And anybody with a half brain will fucking tell you, if you love somebody, you don't fucking bash on them the way that you did me. I watched the entire fucking interview. And Taylor, you are fucking disgusting for doing that. After everything I fucking did for you. After I went out of my way to give you several chances to prove yourself. After I tried to help you get away from the troll shit. You proceeded to go right back to it. Despite the fucking ground rules that I laid out for you. After I sat there and I treated your kids, Ollie and Isaac, as if they were my own motherfucking flesh and blood, you still proceeded to talk shit on me. Because you're a fucking troll. And if you're not a troll, you're fake as fuck.
Super funny to see that they just walk away. They don't even really try to make any real attempt to make sure nobody actually, ended themselves inside the house. But they're like, it's Cyraxx, it's probably nothing. And they're probably right. So in this next series of clip, we're gonna once again see our good boy Cyraxx raging on Marty and blaming him for every little thing that goes wrong in his life, especially his love life.
What kind of example are you setting for your son by doing OnlyFans like you did? Now, I'm not bashing you for that, but it does play into that. That's a part of your past. You have to accept that. What do you think you're teaching Ollie and Isaac when you do the shit that you do? When you have somebody that actually loves and cares about you, that's willing to bend over backwards for you, that's willing to defend you no matter what. When you have somebody that's willing to defend you the way that I have, and then you turn around and you fucking stab me in the back by bashing on me in a fucking interview? What's wrong with you?
Now, even if you wanted to feel bad for this little creepy gremlin, you really can't, man. I mean, dude, he did this all to himself. He admits time and time again that he cheated on her, treated her bad, etc. And then you hear the side from Taylor, and you're just like, bruh, why would she even, deal with this for more than, a day or two? I always find it crazy when you see these dynamics, especially someone like Cyraxx, who already doesn't have much going for him in any other capacity of life, that he would think that let me abuse this person who seemingly wants the best for me, fairly attractive, and might actually bring some sort of value to my life in the sense of a family, since I'm clearly never gonna get my curved little goblin schmeckle anywhere near an actual female. I don't know, Cyraxx, it just seems like you create a lot of these conundrums yourself.
These images. I'm sure that you're watching this video right now. And I want you to know that I'm sorry about everything I said. I am truly sorry about everything I said. And I know that I don't deserve your forgiveness. Especially after how I treated you. And I'm sorry for that. But I am here begging you. I am here begging you to forgive me. Because I love you, Taylor. And I understand that I messed up. And like I told you, I'm going to do everything I can to show you that I want to be better. And that I want to do better. I don't want my past affecting me anymore. Like I told you, I want to be better for you, for my friends, my family, and for myself. And for our boys.
Now, let's not get it twisted. Cyraxx might be the alpha male in his head, but once he realizes he might lose access to those precious toys he's trying to get from Taylor, he might have to pull back and apologize. So that's what we're gonna see here. Cyraxx is clearly giving us a little apology towards his beautiful fiancée Taylor that he loves so much, and he would never disrespect, even though he has said absolutely the most appalling things possible. And even later in this video, you'll see he says even some more appalling things about her and her family, including their children. It's like, goddamn, brother, didn't know it was like that. So let's see what else he has to say. Let's see if he takes any actual ownership, or if he's gonna once again deflect this towards the trolls somehow.
I genuinely thought about ending my life because of how bad I messed up and how bad I felt. But instead of going that route, I sat there and cried because I love you and I love our sons so much. And I'm sorry that I let my past affect me, and I hope and pray to God that you will let me prove myself. That's why I'm here begging you for a chance to prove myself. To show you that I'm not who they make me out to be, and to show you that I'm never gonna do anything to hurt you. Justin, do you want to prove yourself to my friends and my family that you're for real? I want to prove to you that I'm for real. I want to prove to you that I am in this for the long haul.
So as we can see here, the goblin is lying straight through his teeth. There's a tell that you can figure out with him. When you look at him and his eyes are closed and he's thinking real hard to make sure what he says makes some sort of sense, but it never really does, is because he's making it up, pulling it right out of his little goblin arse, just like he does with those worms, and flicks him over onto the wall. Same as his scab, same as his little bedbugs he likes to pop and squish between his fingers. This next set of clips is going to be Cyraxx essentially begging for Taylor to still give him those sweet Xbox toys so he could become a professional e-racer and be the Drift King and beat Marty's big ol' bootay. But in reality, what's gonna happen is he's gonna make himself look like more of a dork, as always. If you want to know more about the e-racing arc in the Drift King saga, I have a video that I put out just a few days ago that you can check out. It's titled, Cyraxx is not the Drift King.
Taylor, I'm gonna be fucking honest with you here. And I want you to ask yourself something. You know my history. You know what I've dealt with. And you knowing that, I'm gonna ask you this. Do you really love and care about me like you say you do? I wanna know. The reason why I question that is for this very reason that I'm about to say right now. You wouldn't make me get on panel and defend you day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out. Calling out this person, calling out that person. You know what I've been through. You've seen what I've dealt with, and I understand I've made mistakes, I've cheated on you, I've hurt you, and I understand that.
Now, I'm not a psychologist, a therapist, any sort of thing like that, but I will say this. From what I do know from relationships past and dealing with my own toxic people in my life, whether it's family, friends, or relationships, I can tell you that this is a classic sign of gaslighting, and the Goblin does this a lot. Anything to protect himself and to make sure he still gets what he wants. He will basically sit there and just pressure you into joining his side. He's going to say the same thing over and over and over until you get brainwashed with the same ideology. Even though it's a delusion, even though it's a shared lie, he's going to make sure everyone in his life, whether it's Sally, Ed, even Marty if he could, convince all of them that everything is always everybody else's fault and not Chance. But you got to remember, if you really loved him and you knew what he's been through, you wouldn't do this to him. You would just give him that sweet Xbox toy.
And make no mistake, genuinely sorry about all that. Whether you believe me or not, I am sorry about all that. But Taylor, you gotta understand, I have been through more hell than you could ever fucking imagine. For the past 7 years, I have been lied to. I have been used. I have been tormented. And yes, I've lied to you a few times. And you want to know why I did that to you, Taylor? One, I tried to protect you from the trolls. I tried to protect you. That's why I lied to you. Because I wanted to fucking protect you. Because I actually give a shit about you. Because I figured maybe if I fucking lied to you, then you wouldn't go after these goddamn trolls, and I can push them off so that you can be happy.
You know, Cyraxx truly is really sorry, Taylor, even though, he has 1 excuse, 2 excuse, 3 excuse as to why he's not at fault. It's definitely them dastardly trolls, it's all these things they've done to me, everything I've explained to you, all these things I can't get past, and because they did those things to me, and that means that I can kind of do whatever I want.
Taylor, I don't get you. I don't. You say you love me, but you need to ask yourself, would somebody who loves somebody else sit there and make them go up on panel, knowing what they've been through, knowing the hell that those people put them through, knowing how their life has been torn apart by those very people?
So we're gonna cut it here, because as you could see, he's just repeating himself over and over and over, and I just can't last another minute here in this BS. So next he's gonna tell us about how he's gonna get some therapy for these problems and become better for him and his family and his friends. And again, of course, he's gonna say it 500 times in 2 or 3 different ways to really hammer it home that he's gonna change this time, guys. He promises. He's serious. He's serious this time.
The next few months are going to be very interesting because starting tomorrow morning, I am getting help. Thanks to some very good friends of mine, and thanks to my wonderful, amazing fiance Taylor, and some of my closest friends. Tomorrow starts my road to recovery, to being a better person. At 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, I start all kinds of therapy sessions to start doing better. So the content that you guys are going to be seeing, I'm going to be sharing with you guys that do want to see me succeed. I will be sharing my journey on my road to success, to doing better. Whether that be avoiding sexual urges, whether that be learning how to deal with the trolls, learning how to overcome fully the addiction that I've dealt with because of my exes. And if you guys don't know what I mean, I've been in a lot of very emotional, verbal, and mentally abusive relationships where a lot of my exes made me become addicted to lying and cheating and hurting.
Well, at the very least, this time it's a little refreshing. He's blaming his exes instead of it being somebody like a troll or whatnot, but it's the same story, different character, basically. But hopefully this will actually help him out. As we've seen so far, not really. I mean, Sally has made some claims on some clips I've seen here and there that he seems to be more temperamental, but I think it's just because he's learning that if he rages out like a little 4-year-old goblin like he usually does, typically he ends up more in trouble than anybody else. So I think he might actually just be trying to figure out how to do this a bit more secretively, and that's the scary part about all of this, because once he does wisen up and figure out how to do this a bit more maliciously, that is gonna be where things really get bad.
Is it scary? Yes. Is it going to be hard? Absolutely. But it's going to be worth it. I want everybody to see that I actually am trying to do better. And I know that I'm in tears right now, but it's for 2 reasons. 1, out of remorse for everything that's happened. But also 2, because tomorrow starts the beginning of my new life. I can finally close the chapter on my old life and start over. It's been a long time since I've been okay, and this is my start of my new life, starting tomorrow at 8 a.m. And I say 8 a.m. because my therapy session starts earlier in the morning, and that's when I'll be uploading is at 8 a.m. I can honestly say this, that I am very proud to be on the road to recovery.
Alright, we're gonna cut that there. We can hear him talk in circles for hours about how he's gonna be better, he wants to be better, and he's gonna be okay. Anyways, let's check out some of this interesting footage here. You'll see that there will be some more police footage. Should have put this in the last episode, honestly. But you'll see some footage, apparently. They were called there because Chance had a self-deletion attempt, one of the many where he pretends like he's gonna take his life to get some sympathy. And as you can see, nobody answers the door.
Yes, look them up on YouTube again so you can find them. Yeah, I watched them a few times.
I mean, like, what does he do?
I can't remember what's about.
Well, I'm satisfied.
All right.
Super funny to see that they just walk away. They don't even really try to make any real attempt to make sure nobody actually, ended themselves inside the house. But they're like, it's Cyraxx, it's probably nothing. And they're probably right. So in this next series of clip, we're gonna once again see our good boy Cyraxx raging on Marty and blaming him for every little thing that goes wrong in his life, especially his love life.
Hello YouTube, it's Chance, aka Music Man. I am here to expose Music Biz Marty for the piece of shit that he is. For those of you that don't know, Music Biz Marty broke into my girlfriend's account and stole a lot of very, very personal information. Not only did he steal the information to have the rig shipped over to his house, but he also stole personal, private information, and tonight he is planning on releasing that information, and I know exactly why he's planning on doing it. This man is trying to get me on panel, and I do not want to get on panel with that man. I want nothing to do with Music Biz Marty. So Marty, I am telling you right now to leave me, Taylor, our friends, and our family alone. None of us want anything to do with you. And if you do continue on this route, me, my friends, my family, and Taylor will be taking legal action against you if you do not stop. Because you are leaking private information or are planning to do so, which is illegal. But not that you care.
I don't think it would be as tiring to hear Cyraxx spew his garbage if he actually followed through on it from time to time. Constantly hearing the legal threats just gets so tiring in these videos because I already know that nothing's ever gonna come of it. So, and if at any point you make a video about Cyraxx, a meme about Cyraxx, anything, and he comes at you saying, "I'll see you in court, bro," well, you're gonna be waiting a long time because this man's never going to a court. I think he's scared of it. Honestly, anywhere cops are around, whew, that boy's terrified.
All you give a fuck about is doing drugs and gambling. You don't give a fuck. Like I told you, Marty, I am not going on your panel. And you will leave Taylor's family alone. And you will leave my friends and family alone. None of us want anything to do with you. Now, like I said, if you do not leave us alone, legal action can and will be taken against you. Whether it be by me, whether my family does it, whether Taylor does it, or whether my friends do it on my behalf. You need to back off and leave us alone. And for those of you that don't know what he did break into my girlfriend's account. And if you guys don't believe me, I have a playlist of that shit down below. So if y'all want to check out that playlist, it's all right there. The motherfucker sat there, broke in, and stole a whole lot of private information, saved photos that were not his, and basically did shit that is highly illegal, and this man needs to be stopped. And Marty, I don't think you realize that Kiwi Farms is coming after you, and so am I. If they want me to help bring you down, then so be it. I will help them. I will do whatever I can. And Marty, I don't think you realize I have a lot of people backing me up now. Matter of fact, I know damn well if I talk with Kiwi Farms, I know that they would help out. Because I've been in talks with them, and they're not too happy with you. So, fair warning, Marty, either back off and leave me, Taylor, and our friends and our families all alone, or one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to get prosecuted and charged, or Kiwi Farms is going to come after you and it's going to be even worse.
This final section of this video is going to be some more recent stuff. This actually just happened a couple of days ago, and we're going to be seeing Marty go over some text messages between, I believe, Cyraxx and good old Thump, which is Taylor's ex-husband. And this is going to be pretty interesting. Cyraxx pops on towards the end. If you want to watch the entire thing, you can find it on Music Biz Marty's Rumble channel.
I don't know how that would work. I think it's too selfish to do that too. But I think we left off on this after Taylor's got her ribs kicked in and broken. And this is when Thump takes the phone over. Taylor, you okay? She's fine. Stop being a fucking drama queen and let the adults have some grown-up time. He needs to learn a hard lesson, and Thump school's in session. Go back to work and play more video games, baby boy. And he already knows who it is. He already knows that it's Thump, right? Like, who else could it be?
Leave her alone, Thump. You punk-ass bitch, Thump. You fucking coward. You ain't no man. You're a fucking bitch. Cock-sucking cunt. You little bitch. You wanker. You ain't no man. You're a little boy.
Taylor, if you can see this, help is on the way. Taylor, if you can see this, I want you to know I love you, and I'm going to help you get away from Thump for good. Taylor, are you okay? He tries to call. Thump is busy. I guess gang raper with his boys. Piss off, you little twerp. Really gonna call the blue healers out this way, mate? To hell with you. It means protecting her. Yeah, I'll do what needs to be done, faggot ass wanker. I'll either step off and leave her alone, or cops will be out there ASAP and you will be arrested.
This has to be the best delusion yet in any of the arcs, just seeing how Cyraxx is like, I sent my boys, I got people coming, and the most he probably did was maybe attempt to call the local 911 in that area. It's pretty sad, but let's keep watching because this is only gonna get better.
You're a little larrikin, mate. A wombat, I tell ya. They were here, and they can't do shit, cunt. Oh, they can, and they will this time. Because I have multiple cops gunning for you as well as guys of my own on your ass as well, mate. And trust me when I say there are more of them than there are of you, boy. I'll take MP threats for 1,000. Don't be stupid, Thump. One call from me, and you're a dead man. How does he possibly believe this shit? Like, or I don't know if he does believe it or not. Like, he very well could. But it seems like pretty unreasonable to expect anyone else to believe it. So this will go from like his threats into negotiations just because he wants the rig that badly. The police are already on their way. Do you really want to risk it? You're a little boy pretending to be a man. Nah, that's a faggot ass punk. And Thump calls his bluff and says, then make the call. I already did. So if I was you, I'd leave before the police get there. They have every single thing they need to make arrest on you, son, including what you did to her last time. They've already came, you little ankle biter.
If Cyraxx ever actually came through on any of the threats he sends in these messages and actually cared enough to try to make any of it happen, I would literally sell my left toe and show you a green dog. Cyraxx is the king of projection. He's the king of delusion. He's the king of many things, but we know he's not the king of drifting, and we damn sure know he's not the king of Akron. And he's definitely not the king of women, because he can't even help his alleged girlfriend who is allegedly being gang stalked and beat, and, you know, I guess this is just how it has to be. Sorry, Taylor. R.I.P.
I just called again. There's more on their way. Whatever, mate. Go play in the sandbox with your juice box, little boy. Go nick yourself, you fucking pussy-ass piece of shit. You ain't no man, Thump. You're a piece of shit abuser. Well, here, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna do all I can to make sure you're locked up for the rest of your fucking life. I don't care how long or what it takes. You'll go to prison. You will knock it out. You sack of shit. Thump calls him a wimp. At least I'm not an abusive piece of shit cunt bag wanker like you, little boy. But that's all that he is, right? That's all that he is. Thump calls him a cream puff. You're an incest baby back bitch. Baby back ass bitch. Go kill yourself, faggot. You know, for a guy who's really anti-suicide, I don't know. It seems like a conflicting message. Thump calls him a nasty, filthy, scab-picking and flicking serial masturbator. Chance tells him to hang himself again. He's zero skill in anything you do. Chance naturally doesn't respond to all this. Hey, dumbass, when we learn you're not tough, you're a bitch. Your parents raised a coward. They didn't raise a man. They raised a punk-ass, bitch-ass coward, which seems like the ultimate projection. You know, maybe like the ultimate epitome of projection. Thump says that he's a worm, and the sooner that he accepts it, the better. And you have the brain cells of a fucking caveman. That's fighting words. A powerless, weak worm. Ooga booga, my name Thump, me caveman. That's you, dumbass. You know what? I don't know if he's overreacting or underreacting, considering like Taylor sitting there crying with bruised and broken ribs. And this is where Cyraxx starts to get a little bit desperate here. Ooh, look what I just found. The phone number to a shipping company with a special delivery. Chance doesn't respond to all this. I will greenlight if you don't back off. You better pray you don't have that company number. And this prompts a bunch of calls, right? Because Chance is beginning to see that the racing rig, yeah, he's always talking about like greenlighting people. It seems far-fetched. And here come the calls, the desperate calls, trying to secure his rig. There's absolutely nothing in the world that you have the power to greenlight. You are completely incompetent. Thump seems unmoved. I'm busy waiting for the fuzz to arrive, which is, well, I'll come after you, your boys, and your family. Ollie and Isaac, and I will kill all of you. Wow, so he's going to go on like a Okay, what's up, Chance?
So we're about to see Cyraxx pop up here and give Marty a piece of his mind per usual, and we're gonna see one of the best rages Cyraxx has given us in a long time. As I said previously, this is rather recent. By the time you're seeing this, less than 2 weeks old. So let's see how this all wraps up here. It's definitely interesting to see how Marty just knows how to push Cyraxx's buttons just the right way to get us the best reaction possible.
What's your deal, man? Like, why can't you ever leave people alone? Like, what I want to know is, what is it that you're wanting out of me, dude? Like, why do you do this? Why do you go after people that I give a fuck about, man? Like, what's your fucking end goal here, dude? Like, why do this shit? You know damn well at the end of the day, you don't gain nothing out of it. What you're doing is fucking high school retarded bullshit, man. So why continue to fucking do something this stupid? You don't gain anything from it. People end up hurt. So why fucking do it, man? Why?
Who cares? Who cares, really, though? Like,
I care, motherfucker. It's my life that's being affected. My friends and family are being affected. My mental and physical health are being affected. So I think I have a right to know why the fuck you're doing this.
get over what I do.
You're a fucking spoiled little bitchy man child, bro. Grow the fuck over it, you high school. Oh no, get the fuck over it, dude. Grow the fuck up, you little pansy.
You're still
Grow up, dude. Grow the fuck up, dude. You wanna know why St. Kiwi farms out to you, motherfucker? Because you fucking deserved it. Look at all this shit that you fucking put me through, you piece of shit.
I think you deserve it.
Just because I do something to you does not give you the right to do it back to me. Now, if you do something to me, I have every right to
Of course it does. Of course it does.
No, this is how it works.
And that's gonna be the end of this one. Once again, if you'd like to watch more clips of that last part of the video, you can go to Rumble and find Music Biz Marty's channel on there, and you will find all kinds of stuff like this, plus his other recent shenanigans. Now, I'm going to jump into another arc for this next video that's going to be rather long, just like this this one was. If you have any comments down below, any tips, suggestions, or just something you want to add to the conversation, feel free to throw them down. I love seeing it and I love replying to you guys. If you can, please give this video a like as it helps you to push it, and we gotta let more people know about this dangerous man Raxxy. No, but for real, the more eyes we can get and the more people that know about these weird PDFs online, the absolute better. Thank you guys so much. See you all soon. Don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, blah blah blah, and I'll see you soon.